All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're taking a look at ticker symbol SKLZ. This is Skills Inc. And this one's been bleeding a lot. Okay, guys, there's no secret around that. But let's go ahead and zoom in to the 1 hour chart, and you can see this is just an amazing, amazing rally today. All right. If we look from the lows of yesterday, right, to the highs of today, we had about a 41% increase in one day. All right. So amazing swing trade if you're able to swing that, get a nice swing trade on this. And if not, I in my last video, I had someone in the comments mention if I'm looking at any long-term options for them. And these are the ones I'm looking at. All right. I'm going to show you guys real quick for skills. I recommended these. And I've been recommending these in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord. But essentially, the ones that I'm looking at the most are the 2.5 strike for January 2024. And at the time of my last video, skills was not under 2.5. I think we were hovering somewhere right around in this range, between like 270 and 280. And I said, as soon as skills drops below 250, I'll be looking at the 2.5 strike for 2024 personally. I did recommend those as well in the Discord, in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord. And we'll go ahead and pull that up real quick just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And we'll go to the suggestion plays. All right. And, of course, there's some suggestion plays in there. And, on March 10th, I suggested the 2.5 January 2024 call options at 1.5 each. And if you look today, they are up, obviously, because skills was up very much. And those are trading in between right around where I posted the suggestion, all the way up to 1.73 right now. Of course, it was pretty transparent. Hey, we could drop to $2 during quad week, but these should be deep in the money by expiration. This is the lowest strike there is, right? And it is. I mean, you can't get any lower strike of a call option on ticker symbol SKLZ for the January 19th, 2024 option chain, right? And now if this thing goes all the way up and skills is able to recover very nicely to some of its previous levels, right, then those call options are going to be what's known as deep in the money, and they're going to be pretty valuable. All right. If we look here, skills has high of 32.87 on the yearly chart. And if we go back, we can see the all-time high for this is 46.30. And this thing is currently trading under $3. So, there's really a great long-term potential if you are bullish on skills and you're bullish on them, just basically staying around, being a company long-term. If you think they're going to be around for the next 5 to 10 years, let's take a look at some of the possible ROI, right? Return on your investments. From where we're at right now, if you hold it back up to 928, all right, which was its previous all-time lows, that's 219% right there. Just, if you're patient enough to hold for it to go back up to 928. And if this thing goes, back all the way up to some of its other levels, like 1428, that's a 393% return, and so on and so forth. The potential is there for this, especially with this being a small cap, relatively small cap stock. That's when you're going to see this thing rally massively and have these really big days because it's so cheap right now. I mean, as I showed you guys, this stock was trading at $40-something, and it's, it recently hit lows of 2.07. So the main things that I'm looking for, right, is this trend line. All right. We need to break this trend line to actually have some upwards potential. Okay. Because currently what we're doing is we tested it once, tried to test it a couple times here, tested it here, got rejected. And, today, if we look again at the 1 hour chart, we came right up to it. And where are we getting rejected? That same trend line. All right. So, that's what we need to be cautious of, a rejection there. And also the gap down, because now skills has a daily gap down. All right. There's two bright blue boxes on the screen if you're looking. this is what's known as daily gaps. All right. These tend to fill about 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market. It's just a question of when, not if, right? It's not so much a question of if this gap will ever fill. It's more of a question of when is this gap going to fill? Is it going to fill short term in a month, a week, 3 months, or is it going to fill long term in a year, 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years, right? It all depends. Now, these gaps aren't very, dramatically far away from the current price. If we look at the, where we're at right now, skills, if it goes up 23%, it will fill the daily gap up to 3.6. All right. And if we get rejected here along this trend line, like it's looking, and you were not able to break past that trend line, skills can drop another 20% down to fill the daily gap down to 2.31. So, there's potentially a 20% move coming here in the future for skills. And, you're going to have to monitor the stock and notice, all right, well, what are we doing? Is the bullish momentum continuing? All right. Because if we look at the volume wasn't very high today, right? The volume was up a little bit, more, but we have seen volume much higher than this on skills. Still the stock ran up 27%. Right. And the reason for that is because there wasn't really a lot of selling pressure. It was pretty much just buyers today, just buyers trying to step in. And when there's not a lot of sellers, that's going to create the price to go up because, all right, well, everybody is wanting a share at $2.50. And all of that demand is going to increase the price and drive the price up further. Even though there wasn't a ton of volume on the day for skills, it still was able to have that really amazing 27% gain on the day. That's what you need to look out for, guys. Okay. If you're bullish on skills, and you think that we're going to continue this breakout past this trend line, what you're going to want to see on a smaller time frame, okay, is you're going to want to see it break this. All right. As you see, we're currently pulling back. We're going to look for it to find some support somewhere right around in here. Okay. We'll just go ahead and call this our little demand zone, is what I would say for tomorrow, where if we do get a dip, let's say in pre-market or when the market opens and there is a little bit of a dip on skills, this is the area where you're going to want it to see, us come in and demand come in and, basically buying pressure step in and break us past this trend line. Otherwise, this could turn into a supply imbalance where, we fall to these levels and there's no more demand. There's no more demand for buyers coming in, but rather there is a supply imbalance of sellers at these levels. And that would just cause the price to fall back down. Okay. So if that happens, as I said, there's potential we could drop all the way down to 2.3. And, if we do get buyers to come in here and show some demand, then, I would look for it to be going like this. All right, let's see here. That nice 33% run up if we're able to find some demand at the bottom of this demand zone. All right. So thanks for watching. All right. I do viewer requests all the time too. Okay, guys. So if you have any tickers you want me to analyze, chart up for you, give me some of like my own technical analysis, let me know in the comments below as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I'm out.